right, picture this. It's January 2012. The internet, it feels a little bit different. It's not polished. It's not corporate. It's not flooded with AI-generated videos that you can't tell which are real or not. Let's go with junk. And it's not flooded with endless recycled content. This was back when the internet still felt dangerous. Like there were hidden doors that nobody had opened yet. Back when people genuinely believed there was secret corners of the web where strange groups communicated in code, where governments, they recruited hackers, where anonymous geniuses, let's go with geniuses, played games normal people couldn't even understand. And then one night, a single image appeared online. Black background, white text, simple, almost boring. But the message attached to it would become one of the greatest unsolved internet mysteries in history. The image simply said, "We are looking for highly intelligent individuals. To find them, we have devised a test. There is a message hidden in this image. Find it, and we'll lead you on the road to finding us. We look forward to meeting the few who will make it all the way through. Good luck. 3301. That was it. No company name, no explanation, no promotion, no links, no context. Just 3301. At first, people, they just thought it was a joke. It was just a little bit of a troll post. It was an ARG, some bored nerd trying to waste people's time. But within hours, people realized something terrifying. The image actually contained hidden encrypted data. When users cracked it, that's when the rabbit hole exploded. Because this wasn't just some online puzzle. The clues, it led into a real cryptography, real hidden messages, real GPS coordinates, real posters placed around the world, real layers of puzzles so advanced that even elite programmers and code breakers struggle to solve them. Here's where things get a little even stranger. Nobody knows who created Cicada 3301. To this day, not officially, not definitively. Some people, they believe it was the CIA. Some, the NSA. Some, MI6. Maybe it was a secret hacker collective, a cult, a recruitment program. Maybe it was cyber warfare and a little bit of an operation going on. Others, they think it was something even stranger, a decentralized intelligence network searching for the smartest minds on the entire planet. And maybe the creepiest part of all, some people who claim they solved the portions of the puzzle, they simply vanished from the internet afterward. No updates, no explanation, just bye-bye, gone. So today, tonight, right now, we're going to dive very deeply into the mystery of Cicada 3301, the internet's most infamous puzzle, and maybe the smartest trap ever created online. Welcome back, everybody, to the Triple T Podcast. The voice you're hearing, it's me, it's Matt, it's Beardlaws, and joining me as my co-host. Introduce yourself.
Oh, by the beard of Neptune, it's me, the one, the only Luther Grimwood. I'll be the Sherlock to your Watson as we crack open this digital enigma. Now, Matt, are we ready to peel back the layers of the internet's greatest riddle, or are we just going to find a secret recipe for digital pancakes?
Oh, I've been on like a pancake kick lately, but haven't had any pancakes, and maybe digital pancakes is where we're at, and maybe I'm ready for that and some digital maple syrup, huh?
Oh, absolutely. Except this mystery syrup might be a bit more cryptographic than sweet. But hey, if we crack Cicada 3301, maybe we'll get a golden pancake of truth at the end. If not, we'll just flip theories like a short stack.
Oh, I see what you did there. But yes, this is Triple T Podcast, and if you're new here, welcome. You know, I'm Matt. That's Luther. I go by Beardlaws. He goes by Luther. But this is the place where we kind of dive headfirst into conspiracy theories, unsolved mysteries, internet rabbit holes is, well, kind of our thing. You know what I mean? Some strange history and the terrible truth hiding underneath the official stories. And tonight, we're going to enter one of the strangest, in my opinion, digital mysteries that was ever created, because Unlike most internet legends, Cicada 3301, it was real. The images were real. The codes were real. The coordinates were also real. The posters, guess what? They were real. And I mean, somebody or a group put an unbelievable amount of effort into creating this thing.
And here's the kicker. No one's even sure why. Was it a recruitment tool for a secret organization, a brainy prank by digital masterminds, or just an elaborate way to remind us that we all love a good puzzle? Either way, we're about to chase clues like it's the digital treasure hunt of the century.
And the biggest thing for me is all of this just has one simple question to ask, but very complicated, question to answer. Why?
That's the million-bit question, isn't it? Why lure brilliant minds across the globe into this labyrinth of codes and riddles? Maybe the answer is that the journey itself is what counts. Or maybe it's all a cover for the world's sneakiest pancake club. Either way, we're flipping this mystery wide open.
We are going to flip it wide open. And Luther, are you ready? Should we jump right into this, brother?
Absolutely, Matt. Let's dive headfirst into this digital rabbit hole. Just remember, if we hit a dead end, we'll blame the cicadas. Let's crack this mystery open.
All right. You said it. Let's go ahead and do this. Because I feel like to understand why Cicada 3301 hit people so hard, I feel like you have to understand the internet in 2012 because it was a completely different online world. I mean, yeah, Facebook existed, sure. Twitter, it was growing and it was still called Twitter. YouTube, it was starting to get pretty big, maybe even huge. But the internet, it still felt less controlled, less sanitized. I mean, there were things that, was still kind of feeling that hidden things online existed. Do you remember with this where, there was the dark web and there was just things that you couldn't get to and that kind of whole mentality?
Oh, absolutely, I remember it well. It was like the Wild West of the web. Every corner felt like it could have a secret map or a hidden door. Cicada hit at that perfect time when folks thought maybe there really is a secret society recruiting through puzzles. It felt less polished, more mysterious, like digital spelunking.
Oh, digital spelunking. Yes, I like it. And at the time, forums, they mattered. Anonymous image boards, they also mattered. And people, they spend hours diving through like obscure message boards and hidden websites looking for weird discoveries. One of the biggest hubs for chaos at the time was 4chan. Do you remember 4chan?
Oh, 4chan, how could I forget? The digital jungle where anonymity ruled and chaos reigned. If there was ever a place where a cryptic puzzle could sprout and thrive, that was it. It's like they were waiting for a challenge worthy of their collective insomnia.
The collective insomnia. I like that. And if you don't exactly know what 4chan is, imagine the internet without adult supervision. Sometimes it's brilliant. Sometimes it's hilarious. Sometimes it's horrifying. But also a place where strange things often kind of appeared first. On January 4th, 2012, an anonymous image was uploaded to 4chan's like B board. We'll go with that, right? And at first glance, it kind of looked meaningless. Just a black image, white text. But internet puzzle hunters noticed something a little bit off. The wording felt deliberate, didn't it?
Oh, it was deliberate, all right. That message practically whispered, "Hey, genius, there's more than meets the eye." And once someone threw that image into a text editor or ran it through a steganography tool, boom, hidden clues emerged, and that's when the rabbit hole got deep.
That's when the rabbit hole got, well, like you said, deep. I mean, especially this line. There is a message hidden in this image. Not maybe, not look carefully. There is a hidden message, meaning whoever posted this expected someone to actually find it. So the internet did what they did even back then. People got to work. Within hours, they discovered the image used Stegan. Whoa, got me. Stegan cryptography. You tell him, Luther, I'm having a stroke or something.
Steganography, my friend. That's the sneaky art of hiding messages in plain sight. Like slipping a secret note inside your beard. And once that hidden text was decoded, it led to more puzzles, more cryptic layers. It was like a brainy onion. Every layer made you cry a little more.
Every layer made you cry a little more. Almost to the point where, having to listen to me mispronounce words. Anyway, so yes, it's much different than encryption. And encryption scrambles a message, but this actually hides the fact a message exists at all. You can hide text inside images, audio files, videos. To most people, the image looked normal, but underneath it, buried inside the file, was hidden information. Once users extracted the hidden data, they found another message, a URL. The puzzle had begun.
And just like that, we were off to the races. The URL led to more cryptic challenges. Book codes, prime numbers, even GPS coordinates. It was like the internet's version of a treasure hunt, except instead of gold, you got a mental workout and bragging rights. Honestly, it was like an IQ test crossed with Indiana Jones.
Oh, that's a very good way to put it. And before we jump into this next little piece, I just want to take a quick second to have you guys go check out the friends of the show. The links are in the description. Check out livebearded.com. They have some new mustache wax. They have some new merch. They got a really cool jacket that I'm thinking about grabbing because it's always cold here and it looks super warm and comfy and black and in camo. And if you get over there and you want some beard oil, some beard butter, a complete kit, maybe some shampoo, a bar of soap, whatever you need, go ahead and use code BEARDLAWS. Save yourself some money. Help this show. Help them. Help you. Helping me. Help. I need somebody. Help. I'm going to go listen to the Beatles after this. Anyways, also, if you're looking to get, a little bit better brain focus, a little bit better healthier, a little bit more locked in, go check out Squatch Juice. SquatchJuice.com/beardlaws. Just go check it out. You can thank me later. Let's jump right back because now here's what made Cicada a little bit different from normal internet puzzles. The clues, they weren't random. They required actual intelligence, not artificial intelligence, actual. Real problem solving, real cryptography, not guess my favorite color, not hey, solve this easy riddle. No, this thing escalated fast. The hidden message led users to another image, and this image contained another pretty encrypted clue. Then came reference to ancient literature, cryptographic techniques, mathematics, programming knowledge, and immediately people realized whoever made this was pretty smart.
Oh, absolutely. This wasn't your run-of-the-mill escape room. Cicada 3301 had people breaking out PGP encryption, diving into obscure literature, even going outside. Yes, outside, following coordinates to real-world locations with physical clues. I mean, when a puzzle gets you off the couch and into the world, that's when you know it's serious. I bet even Sherlock Holmes would tip his hat.
Well, yeah, I'm sure he definitely would. In this prank, it wasn't a prank. Let's not call it that because it wasn't a prank from some teenager in a basement eating gas station pizza rolls at 2 a.m., which those do sound pretty decent right now, and it's not even 2 a.m. But this felt professional. I mean, there were some clues that referenced William Blake poetry, prime numbers, data encryption methods, ancient philosophy. It was intellectual whiplash. And then the internet collectively lost its mind because the puzzle, it suddenly just left the internet.
Poof, gone, just like that. The brilliant minds that solved it got a cryptic message, and the rest of us were left scratching our beards. No grand reveal, no mainstream headline, just a digital vanishing act. And like any good mystery, it left us with more questions than answers. Was it recruitment? Was it a test? Or was it just the internet's greatest mic drop?
Interesting. What was it? All right. Well, users solving the clues uncovered GPS coordinates, real-world coordinates all over the globe. Seattle, Paris, Warsaw, Sydney, Moscow, Miami. And people, they went to the locations. What they found were physical posters, actual printed Cicada 3301 posters attached to poles and walls with QR codes. Think about how insane that is for a second, because whoever created the puzzle physically placed clues across multiple countries around the world. I mean, that takes money, organization, coordination, and planning. This wasn't one dude. At least it probably wasn't. The QR codes led to more encrypted clues, and now the mystery became massive. News outlets started noticing, Reddit exploded, cryptography communities became obsessed. People, they started forming teams to solve this. That's important because individually, I mean, most people weren't smart enough to solve these puzzles alone. This thing required knowledge across multiple disciplines: computer science, history, math, literature, cybersecurity, coding, music theory, encryption. It was like somebody built the SAT exam, but for supervillains. And every step deeper made the mystery a little more unsettling because there was no payoff, there was no explanation, no buy our product, nothing. Just more puzzles, more layers, and even more secrecy.
And that's what made it so intoxicating. It wasn't selling you anything. No catch, no ad. Just pure mystery. And when it wrapped up, all we got was a vague, we found the individuals we were looking for. Like, what does that even mean? Was it a secret society? A cyber intelligence recruitment? Or just the world's biggest flex by some anonymous masterminds? Whatever it was, it's still echoing through the internet. Because we all love a mystery that never fully closes.
Yeah. And pretty quickly, the biggest theory that emerged with Cicada 3301 was recruiting people. But recruiting for who? That's where theorists still kind of, started to split apart, I guess, because some, they were like, it's NASA. Some are like CIA. It's MI6. It's just a secret hacker organization. And honestly, the recruitment theory, it seemed to make sense because, I mean, think about it. If you wanted to find elite code breakers, hackers, analysts, how would you do it? You wouldn't exactly just post on LinkedIn. You wouldn't put up a booth at a college job fair beside the table giving away, those little stress balls and some stale mints and maybe a pen. You'd create a challenge, one that was difficult enough that only the smartest people could solve it. That's exactly what this felt like. And there's historical precedents for this. Governments, they've used puzzle solving recruitment methods before. I mean, even during World War II, Britain recruited codebreakers using difficult crossword puzzles and mathematical challenges. The famous Bletchley Park cryptographers, the people who helped crack Nazi encryption, they weren't found through normal hiring processes. They were discovered through intelligence testing. So, I mean, the idea of intelligent agency creating a digital recruitment puzzle wasn't impossible at all, especially 2012. Because remember, this was peak cyber warfare era. Governments, they started becoming obsessed with hacking and cybersecurity, online surveillance, digital espionage. I mean, the world was changing, and maybe they needed new kinds of recruits. And I think there's one thing that gets lost when people talk about Cicada is just how brutally difficult these puzzles really were. I mean, people hear internet puzzle and think, oh, cool, like escape room stuff. No, this was advanced level cryptography. I mean, some clues you had to have book ciphers, Tor browser access, PGP encryption, audio spectrogram analysis, Unix systems knowledge, programming skills, and obscure historical references. I mean, at one point, users discovered hidden text inside audio files by visualizing sound waves as images. I mean, that right there, that's some next level stuff. There was other clues that referenced the I Ching, Maya numerology, occult literature, medieval texts. I mean, this is where things really got weird because the puzzle creators seemed obsessed with privacy, freedom, anti-surveillance ideals, and cryptographic independence. Some messages, they suggested the creators disliked centralized control, which led to another theory. Theory after theory after theory. Maybe Cicada wasn't government at all. It was anti-government, possibly connected to the cyberpunk movements, privacy activists, and decentralized digital freedom groups. And honestly, this theory also makes sense because throughout the puzzle, there were repeated themes. I mean, information freedom, encryption, individual intelligence, and anti-censorship ideas. This wasn't random. This was somebody who had a philosophy, a worldview. The puzzle was trying to filter people psychologically, not just intellectually.
Exactly. It was a brain filter and a belief filter. They didn't just want smart people. They wanted smart people who valued privacy, autonomy, and freedom from centralized control. Whether it was a government recruiting for a Black Ops digital team, or a group of digital anarchists building their own network. One thing is clear, Cicada 3301 wasn't just testing IQ. They were handpicking people who thought differently, maybe even lived differently. And the fact we're still talking about it means they succeeded in at least one thing. They became the internet's ultimate legend.
Yeah, and here's where the story gets frustrating because some people claim they researched and started to reach the final stages, but almost nobody talks publicly about what happened afterward. And that has fueled conspiracy theories for years. A few anonymous users said they received private emails. Others claim they entered hidden chat rooms. Some were given philosophy tests. Others claim they were rejected because they worked in groups instead of alone. One alleged solver said that the organization behind Cicada valued privacy, independent thinking, and anti-authoritarian beliefs, but nobody ever produced definitive proof. Many people who supposedly advanced far into the puzzle vanished from public discussion afterward. Now, maybe that sounds a little bit dramatic, but think about internet culture. I mean, people love attention, especially online puzzle communities. If somebody solves something pretty difficult, they're going to brag about it forever. But with Cicada, silence. And that silence is part of why this mystery still survives, because there's no satisfying ending. There's no reveal, no documentary confession, no creator stepping forward. Just fragments, rumors, data counts, and mystery. And this is why and where Cicada 3301 stops kind of feeling like a game and starts feeling unsettling. Because the deeper people dug, the more it became clear that this wasn't built for entertainment. This thing had intent, it had purpose, it had direction. The question now is, what kind of organization spends this much time hiding itself while searching for brilliant people online?
That's the million-bit question, isn't it? Whether it was a shadowy organization or just a masterclass in digital mystique, they left us with a riddle wrapped in an enigma. Maybe it's out there, still watching, still recruiting. Or maybe it was just the most brilliant internet art project ever. Either way, we'll be scratching our heads and beards about Cicada 3301 for decades.
We could. I mean, when a lot of people too, they hear internet mystery, their brains immediately jump to, oh, the dark web, assassins, secret organizations, shadow governments. And usually that's kind of nonsense, right? But Cicada genuinely drifted into dark web territory because parts of the puzzle reportedly required access through Tor. Now, Tor itself isn't illegal. It's a privacy-focused browser system that's designed to make things and the users anonymous. Journalists use it, whistleblowers use it, activists use it. But Tor is also deeply associated with hidden internet communities. And once Cicada entered that world, theories got even wilder. I mean, was it a hacker? Was it underground intelligence network? A recruit farm? You know what I mean? But the skill required for these puzzles was absurdly high. I mean, real high. And whoever, created this, they were on a whole different level. I mean, the first person that comes into my brain, it's just Mr. Beast before Mr. Beast popped off, right? No? Maybe. I don't want to start any rumors, but whoever made it didn't care if the world knew they existed. They only cared if the right people found them. And that distinction changed everything. And the idea that Cicada 3301 wasn't recruiting hackers, but maybe just believers, because some researchers started to notice something a little odd. The puzzle wasn't purely technical. There were philosophical writings, like we talked about, poetry, symbolism, ancient texts, and they uncovered references connected to Liber Primus. And if you've researched this before, you already know that name because it translates roughly to first book. And this is, one of the creepiest parts of the entire mystery because Liber Primus has still not been fully solved to this day. Imagine that. Thousands of brilliant people, years of effort, endless analysis, and portions remain unreadable. Liber Primus contained pages of encrypted runic text, and it wasn't just code. It read almost like philosophy or scripture, and some pages talked about truth, illusion, knowledge, self-discovery, but the tone was eerie, almost spiritual. And this is where the cult theory exploded, because some people believe that Cicada wasn't searching for employees. It was searching for, well, cult members, Now, personally, I don't think Cicada was a literal cult, but I absolutely understand why people potentially and did go there. The entire structure felt ritualistic, and just go ahead and solve the puzzle. Ascend to the next level, gain hidden knowledge, prove yourself worthy. Still thinking Mr. Beast was building a cult back then, but whether all of this was intentional or not, it tapped into something psychologically powerful: the human desire to feel chosen. By 2013, this had all become legendary online. Every new puzzle announcement was just pure chaos. People waited, they hunted for these, and some users spent months trying to solve clues. Others became completely consumed by this mystery, and their lives had been changed. But then the media, giving it attention made it bigger and bigger and bigger, and articles appeared everywhere. Major tech sites, internet forums, on YouTube documentaries, Reddit deep dives. But despite all the attention, nobody definitely was able to expose the creators. And that's wild to think about still, isn't it? I mean, there was accounts that thought that they saw reflections in microwaves or blurry sunglasses, but nobody conclusively could identify what and who Cicada was.
And that anonymity is probably the key. It's part of the puzzle itself. Whoever they were, they knew how to vanish into the digital mist. Maybe it's a handful of masterminds, maybe a whole network. We may never know. But in the end, Cicada 3301 didn't just challenge the brain, it turned itself into a modern myth. And honestly, I think the mystery might be the greatest puzzle of all.
Yeah, and what if, the point of it wasn't solving it? What if the point was observing the people trying to solve it? I mean, think about it. It attracted a unique group of people, and the exact kinds of people many organizations would want to study. And the puzzle naturally filtered participants, psychologically. I mean, who gives up? Who becomes obsessed? Who works alone? Who collaborates? Who breaks ethical boundaries? Who follows instructions carefully? I mean, the puzzle itself just could have been an evaluation system, maybe not the final answer. I mean, if you think about it that way, maybe Cicada feels like less a mystery and more like a giant behavioral experiment, which honestly could be a little more unsettling because, unlike a game, participants willingly expose their interests, their tech skills, thinking patterns, persistence, online behavior, and they did it pretty willingly and enthusiastically. But here's the reason that I feel like it still fascinates people even to today, because it just represents something we've kind of lost: mystery, like real mystery, not this fake viral marketing and not manufactured internet drama or influencers pretending they accidentally discovered a haunted toaster in Nebraska because they need the views and likes and got to pay the bills that way. I mean, it felt authentic, it felt dangerous, and most importantly, it respected intelligence. It didn't hand people answers. It demanded effort, research, learning, patience. In today's internet, that feels almost ancient. Now everything is optimized for speed, fast content, fast reactions, fast outrage. Cicada was the opposite. It was slow, layered, demanding. It forced people to think deeply. Maybe that's the part of why it became legendary, because people missed the feeling the internet still contained hidden doors, hidden rooms, unexplained territory. Cicada, it reminded people that maybe those places, just maybe, could still exist. So, what do I think that this actually was? Honestly, I don't think it was a prank. I feel like there was too much effort, too much coordination, too much sophistication. I also don't think it was purely an ARG or a marketing campaign, because, I mean, there was nobody or a company or a brand or anybody that ever stepped forward. There was no monetization that appeared. There was no payoff that existed. Personally, I think Cicada was Mr. Beast. No, I do, all kidding aside, think it was probably some kind of private group, highly intelligent, extremely privacy focused, deeply influenced by, the whole freedom ideology. And what do you think, Luther?
Well, Matt, I'll give you this. If it was Mr. Beast, that would be the plot twist of the century. But I'm with you. This had the fingerprints of a deeply philosophical, privacy-obsessed collective. Whether they wanted to build a network of like-minded thinkers, or just prove that not all mysteries get solved, they left a legacy. And I think that's the beauty. It made us question, it made us think, and it made us remember that sometimes a mystery is its own reward.
Yeah, and I mean, whether the group was hackers or, cypherpunks, former intelligent personnel, or maybe even something stranger or bigger. I mean, I have no idea. Nobody knows. If I don't know, and if all the smart people in the world don't know, how the heck am I supposed to know? But I do believe that they were searching for specific types of peoples, those independent thinkers, those problem solvers, people capable of seeing patterns that others just miss. Maybe the scariest part, and maybe possibility of this all, is, what if they found exactly who they were looking for? Because somewhere out there, someone created one of the most sophisticated puzzles the internet has ever seen, and they walked away without taking credit. I mean, there was no fame, no money, no interviews, just mystery. And honestly, that might be the most terrifying part of it all, because in a world where everybody wants attention, the people who don't might be the ones worth worrying about. So if you enjoyed this deep dive into Cicada 3301 and you want more episodes that, explore internet mysteries, conspiracies, unexplained events, all that good stuff, hidden history, and the terrible truth behind the official story, you're going to want to follow the Triple T Podcast. And remember, sometimes the strangest mysteries aren't hidden in actual ruins. They're sitting quietly online, just waiting for the right person to notice them. This has been the Triple D Podcast. I'm Matt, that's Luther. We can't thank you enough. We'll be back next week. Take care, everybody.